Have you ever wondered what truly happens in a person's final days? Hospice nurses, those with the most intimate experience of end-of-life care, have observed powerful patterns that occur just before death. These aren't scary or morbid details, but rather deeply human signs that often go unnoticed until you know what to look for. In this eye-opening video, we'll share the 5 remarkable signs that elderly people often show before passing away, insights that can bring comfort, awareness, and even peace to families during difficult times. Whether you're caring for a loved one or simply want to understand life's final chapter more deeply, what you'll learn may surprise you. Stay with us, these are signs you'll never forget. Lesson 1. The sudden surge of energy, a final gift. For many families, one of the most surprising and deeply emotional experiences in the final days of a loved one's life is witnessing a sudden surge of energy. This unexpected moment, often referred to by hospice nurses as the final rally, can feel like a miracle. After days, sometimes weeks, of fatigue, confusion, or withdrawal, the person may suddenly become alert, speak clearly, smile, eat, or even sit up in bed with a burst of strength. It's a moment that often gives loved ones hope. But it's also a powerful, natural sign that the end is near. So, why does this happen? Though there's no exact scientific explanation, this final rally is something hospice professionals have observed for decades. It's believed to be the body's last effort, perhaps the soul's way of making peace or giving one last moment of connection before transitioning. During this time, some people have shared memories, asked for specific loved ones, or even cracked jokes. Others have taken the opportunity to say "I love you," "I'm sorry," or "goodbye." For those present, it often becomes a cherished final interaction they never forget, but it's important to understand, this surge is typically short-lived. It may last for just a few minutes or extend into a day. That's why recognizing it for what it is, a gift, is essential. It's not a sign of recovery, but rather a meaningful window of clarity before the journey ends. And it's not something to fear. Instead, it can be embraced as a beautiful chance to be fully present, to hold hands, to share love, and to say what truly matters. For families and caregivers, knowing about this sign in advance can make all the difference. It allows you to lean into the moment with gratitude rather than confusion. There's peace in understanding that your loved one isn't just getting better, they're offering a final connection, a farewell wrapped in warmth. In the end, this brief return of energy isn't about science, it's about love, legacy, and the human spirit. When it happens, don't miss the moment. Stay close. Listen. Smile. And let your heart be open to one of the most profound experiences life offers. Lesson 2. The body slows down, but the spirit speaks louder. As the end of life draws near, the body begins to move in a different rhythm, one that signals peace is on its way. Hospice nurses often describe this as the body slowing down. It's not sudden or dramatic, but a gentle, natural decline. Eating becomes less frequent. Sleeping increases. Breathing patterns may shift. These physical changes can be hard for families to witness, but they carry a deeper meaning, one that's worth understanding. When a loved one no longer wants food or drink, it's not rejection, it's a sign that their body is gracefully letting go of what it no longer needs. Digestion becomes less important. Energy conservation takes over. Even though this may look alarming to those around them, it's part of a natural, painless process. And while the body is slowing, something else begins to stir, the spirit becomes stronger. In these quiet moments, something remarkable often happens. Many families report feeling an unexplainable sense of closeness, even without words. A gentle squeeze of the hand, a faint smile, or simply the peaceful stillness of presence can speak louder than any conversation. Hospice caregivers have long understood this. Even when a person can no longer talk or move, they can still hear, feel, and sense love. This phase is not about doing more, it's about being present. It's a time to soften the lights, hold their hand, play favorite music, or simply sit in silence together. What seems like the slowing down of life is, in many ways, the soul making its quiet preparations for a peaceful transition. Understanding this stage helps remove fear. Instead of fighting the changes, you begin to honor them. You start to see the beauty in the calm, the dignity in the rest, and the connection that remains long after words fade. The slowing of the body is not a loss, it's a return. A return to peace, to stillness, and to the heart of what really matters. If you've ever wondered what dying looks like, it isn't chaos. It's quiet. And within that quiet, there's often a sacred calm. A message that says, it's okay to let go. I am at peace. All we need to do is listen, with our hearts wide open. Lesson 3, they begin to talk to unseen beings. One of the most mysterious and touching experiences reported by hospice nurses is this: many people nearing the end of life begin to talk to or see loved ones who have already passed away. They may look beyond you, smile softly, or have full conversations with someone you cannot see. While this can seem puzzling or even unsettling to some, it's actually one of the most comforting and common signs observed in hospice care. These moments are often filled with a strange kind of peace. A grandmother may whisper to her late husband. A father may call out to a long-lost friend. Sometimes, they mention names that haven't been spoken in years. But what's truly remarkable is how calm and reassured they appear. It's as if they're already bridging the space between two worlds, one foot here, one foot gently stepping toward the next. For families, witnessing this can be emotional. The natural instinct is to correct or question, there's no one there. But hospice nurses often encourage a different response, one of acceptance and openness. After all, what if these visions aren't hallucinations, but a sign of comfort? A gentle escort by those who love them most. Many cultures around the world embrace this idea, believing that the presence of deceased loved ones is a spiritual welcome home, rather than fearing this experience. It can be embraced as part of the journey. These moments can even spark meaningful conversations. Ask, who do you see? Or what are they saying? You may be surprised at the peace and joy in their answers. Whether or not you share the same beliefs, offering support without judgment allows your loved one to feel safe, heard, and comforted. This lesson reminds us that death isn't just a medical event, it's also a deeply spiritual one. The veil between life and death grows thin, and for many, that veil is lifted by love. When you see a loved one reaching out to someone invisible, know this: they are not alone. They are being guided. They are being loved. And they are preparing to rest. Not in fear, but in peace, so when the moment comes, don't look away. Be present. Witness it. Because what you're seeing may be the soul's quiet reunion with everything it has ever loved. Lesson 4, withdrawal from the world, but not from love. As the end of life approaches, many people begin to withdraw from conversations, daily routines, and even the presence of those they love. To family members, this quiet retreat can feel confusing or even hurtful. You may wonder, are they giving up? Don't they want to see us? But according to experienced hospice nurses, this withdrawal is not rejection. It's a natural and deeply personal part of the dying process, a sign that the person is turning inward to prepare for their final journey. Imagine the body and spirit working together to rest, reflect, and release. Energy becomes precious, and the need for external stimulation fades. Talking becomes effortful. Eyes may stay closed. Words may be few. But that doesn't mean love has disappeared. In fact, many hospice workers believe that this is when love speaks the loudest, not in words, but in presence, in gentle touches, in shared silence. This stage is a powerful reminder that presence is more important than conversation. Even if your loved one doesn't respond, your being there matters. They can still hear you. They can still feel you. And in many cases, they're still listening, perhaps not to every word, but to the tone of your voice, the warmth in your hand, the peace in the room. Families often find this period to be sacred. It becomes less about doing and more about being. Light a candle. Play soft music. Sit quietly beside them. Your presence becomes the most healing offering you can give. You don't need to fix anything. Just being there is enough. It's also a time for reflection, for them and for you. It can bring up memories, emotions, and unspoken feelings. And while they may be less verbal, this phase often opens the door for you to say what you've always wanted to say. Tell them you love them. Tell them it's okay to rest. Your words may be the final piece of comfort they need to let go peacefully, so, if your loved one starts to pull away, don't panic. Don't feel abandoned. Understand that they are simply taking the final steps of their journey inward. And though they may seem distant, know this, they are still surrounded by love, especially yours. Lesson 5. An unexplainable calm takes over. One of the most profound moments hospice nurses often witness near the end of life is the presence of an unexplainable calm. After days of restlessness, labored breathing, or emotional tension, something suddenly shifts. The air grows still. The person's face softens. Their body relaxes. It's as if peace itself has entered the room. For many families, this moment is both heart-wrenching and deeply comforting. It's not just a physical change, it's a spiritual one. This sense of calm doesn't come with words or grand gestures. It often arrives quietly, almost mysteriously. Some describe it as a holy moment, one where time seems to pause. The person may not speak or open their eyes. But you feel a presence, a stillness that says, "It's okay now. I'm ready." Why does this happen? Hospice experts believe this calm marks a point of surrender when the individual is no longer fighting, fearing, or holding on. They've come to terms with what's ahead. For some, it may be the result of resolving inner emotions. For others, it could be spiritual acceptance, or simply the body's way of making peace. Families often recall this as a moment of unexpected beauty. In the quiet, there's clarity. It's a chance to hold a hand, whisper a final "I love you," or simply sit together, heart to heart. There's no need for elaborate farewells, just presence, just love. This lesson teaches us that dying is not always filled with chaos or struggle. Sometimes, it's gentle. Sometimes, it's peaceful. And in that peace, there's a powerful message that death, though difficult, can also be dignified, sacred, and even beautiful in its own way. If you witness this calm, don't rush to change it. Don't fill it with noise or panic. Let the stillness be what it is, a sign that the soul is preparing to let go with grace. It's a time to breathe deeply, to reflect, and to be grateful for the journey you've shared. In those final moments, the calm that settles is not emptiness, it's presence. It's love. And it's a quiet reminder that even in parting, there can be peace. Conclusion. If this video helped you understand the final moments of a loved one, or simply brought you comfort during a difficult time, please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments. Your story, experience, or even a simple message can bring light and support to someone else who may be going through the same journey. Have you ever witnessed any of these signs? Did something in this video resonate deeply with you? We'd truly love to hear from you. Your voice matters, and your feedback helps us create more meaningful content that touches lives. So, if you found even a little value here, drop a comment below, and let's build a compassionate, informed community together.